happening right now. History is repeating itself. And we are in a cashless society. Yeah, we're already in it right now. Did you know that countries like Somalia haven't used cash for over 2 years? There are many countries around the world who are looking into becoming cashless in the next 2 to 3 years. Many of. Now, why do we need to pay attention? This company, OneLife, started in 2014. So it's just a few years old. It's a very early, very young company. Now, it generates 125 million euros a week in sales. A week. And this company achieved 1 billion euros in revenue in the very first year of business. Think about this. Who's got an Apple phone on this call? An iPhone, yeah? Apple. Okay, I'm speaking to you from an Apple MacBook Pro right now. Apple took 7 years to hit 1 billion. Microsoft took 9 years to hit 1 billion. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, Groupon took just over 2 years to hit 1 billion. So to go from 0 to 1 billion, this is record-breaking business we're talking about. And right now it's 7 billion market share, growing every single day. This company is audited every single month, has over 3.3 million members in over 190 countries. So this isn't just something that came out a few days ago that's very, very, very small. This is global, but we're at the very beginning. So you're seeing this at the perfect time tonight. And what it's done is gone on to develop the world's first cryptocurrency with KYC security. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. We have all done that when we've opened a bank account. We've uploaded a copy of our passport or ID, proof of address. Most of the cryptocurrencies out there, in fact, 99% of them do not have KYC. So they're not traceable, they're not secure. And this had KYC over 2 years ago. Now, the great news is, the most exciting news is that the coin is going to be going public on the 8th of October this year. So just around 30 weeks from now. 8th of October 2018, and we're only just getting started. So I'm so excited for everyone on this call who's seen this for the first time, because you're coming in at the perfect time. So for those that don't know, quickly, what is cryptocurrency? It's simply a medium of exchange like all normal currencies, except that it's electronic, okay? It's in the form of digital codes. So if you look at this paper bill here, this £10 note, you can see the serial number on the bottom. This is a unique code attached to this banknote. The serial number is what holds the value, not the piece of paper. Okay? So every cryptocurrency coin has its own unique code. Now, the value of cryptocurrency is created by supply and demand, just like gold. Why has gold stayed very, very high? Because everybody wants it, and there's limited amounts out there. Did you know that if you take all of the gold in the world that's been mined over the ground and put it into one solid block, that block would just be 20 meter by 20 meters squared. For those who like tennis, it would fit on Wimbledon Centre Court. That's how much gold is in the world. That's why it holds a high value. And the same thing is with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is inflation proof and has low fees. There's no middleman. You are your own bank account, and money can be sent instantly to anyone, anywhere in the world, just like sending an email. Now, let me introduce you to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the world's first cryptocurrency that was born out of the global recession, which happened in 2008. There's another one coming, by the way. And this cryptocurrency was introduced in 2009. Now, 21 million coins are available to mine. And I think around 17 or 18 million of those have been mined already. Now, in 2013, the value reached over $1,200. And just a few months ago, the value was peaking at $20,000. And then it dropped to $10,000. Then it dropped, then it went up. Okay, it's a very volatile coin. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the people that made the most money from Bitcoin were the people that saw the vision before everybody else. And they were the miners in the coin. They weren't buying them from exchanges. They were there to help mine the coins, create the actual cryptocurrencies. So you can see here the Winklevoss twins. These are the gentlemen that sued Mark Zuckerberg over finding Facebook. These are recorded billionaires with Bitcoin. There are many multimillionaires around the world, but there's people that lost out as well. Someone in 2010, yes, bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoins. Think about this, 10,000 Bitcoins back in 2010 wasn't worth a lot. It was probably the value of a few pizzas. They just wanted to make a transaction to show that it worked. And now those Bitcoins are worth over 100 million. Can you imagine? And there are many stories like that. Now, how big is cryptocurrency? Well, it just shows here that in one of the highest, most expensive real estate areas in the world, Notting Hill in West London, there's a mansion on sale that's worth £17 million. But guess what? The sellers will only accept Bitcoin as payment. So this kind of tells you that Bitcoin is big, cryptocurrency is big, and big things are happening. Okay? But in order to make the most money, you really need to be there at the very beginning. So I'm going to be speaking about, ladies and gentlemen, a financial revolution which is taking place right now. I'm going to be talking about a digital currency called One. Now, this is the world's first transparent global cryptocurrency for everybody. A cryptocurrency that has an whole ecosystem, incredible innovation, so much security, and it's user-friendly, and anybody can become a miner of this cryptocurrency. This is like the Facebook of cryptocurrency. Okay, so let me talk to you about it. Now, OneCoin was introduced in 2014 and 120 billion coins are available to mine. So right now, it's sitting at 3.3 million members in over 194 countries in the world. Now, I need to update these slides because there it says 59,000 merchants already accepted. This was only a few weeks ago. Now there's over 60,000 merchants that already accept OneCoin as a form of payment. I'll be talking about that later. So this is a real usable coin, not just a coin that you hold in storage somewhere waiting to sell to someone that will offer you more money for it. This is a usable cryptocurrency. It's transparent, it's stable, it's secure. It's got the KYC security implemented into the blockchain. It's got a fast transaction time, so much quicker than Bitcoin, less than a minute. It's centralized mining, which means the company do the mining on our behalf. I'm no technical wizard. I wouldn't be able to mine Bitcoin. It would cost me a fortune to hire all the machines and the electricity power. I'd have to have these computers running 24 hours a day. There's Bitcoin servers in Iceland. They choose Iceland because it's one of the coldest countries in the world, just to cut down on the energy. It's crazy how much it costs to mine cryptocurrency, but the company do that on our behalf. It's a simple system. Anybody can become a miner. And this coin is going public on the 8th of October this year, and it's already being used. So what do you think will happen to the value of this coin when it goes public? When there's a lot more merchants, when there's more members, of course the value is going to be higher. Right now, the value of this coin is 20.75 already. Myself and my partner, we saw this in December 2016, and we kind of waited and just watched and saw what happened. And a few weeks later, the value went up again. So we started at the beginning of 2016. We had to do this. The value was around 4.45, I think it was at the time. So for us, but through educating ourselves, we became miners of the most usable cryptocurrency in today's marketplace. And wow, it's been the best journey of our lives. And everybody in this call can have the exact same results. So the first thing I want you to know is who is behind this. With Bitcoin, unlike Bitcoin, we don't know who created Bitcoin. They've remained anonymous. So it's great to see that the founder and visionary is a lady called Dr. Ruja Ignatova. Myself and Nikki have had the pleasure of meeting her in Bangkok just last year. Now, she's a very intelligent woman. Her CV is incredible. She's got multiple degrees. She's got a degree in law from the University of Oxford and a master's in economics from the University of Constance. So she was a former associate partner with McKinsey & Company. For those that don't know about McKinsey & Company, they're the largest consultancy firm in the world. Due to her success and her vision with OneCoin, she received Businesswoman of the Year 2014 in her home country of Bulgaria. She's published many books on the subject, which has been translated into multiple languages. You can see it here called Learning for Profit. I have a copy. I also have a copy of Financial IT magazine. She was featured on the front cover of this. And did you know that 80% of all banks in the world subscribe to Financial IT to get up-to-date information on what's happening in the financial world. So this lady knows what she's talking about. And she's developed not just a coin, a whole ecosystem, which I haven't got time to go into everything about tonight. But for those that are interested in Forex, there's Forex products available for people that want to understand the Forex markets and go on to become a trader. This is something that the company offers, and there are many packages to suit anybody where they can learn the skills to become a professional trader. We have the One Academy, which is our financial education platform, which is incredible. And it's through this unique education platform that you can become a miner of OneCoin. There's many opportunities here, guys. There's coin cloud solutions. There's mobile application builds for people to promote their businesses online. There's the One World Foundation, which is a charity which raises millions of euros to help children around the world. I'm so proud to be part of a company and to be working alongside a visionary such as Dr. Ruja, who really wants to change the financial world for those that need it the most. So you can find out more about this in later time. But what you need to know is this is not just a coin. This is a whole global ecosystem. So who is cryptocurrency helping? So there are 2 billion, yes, 2 billion adults in the world who are unbanked. That's 60% of the world's adults, and they don't have access to traditional banking because global banks won't open in these respective marketplaces because they're not going to sell loans or mortgages to these individuals because the banks don't think they're going to make any money off them. It does not make business sense. Banks aren't there to help us. For those that think they're there to help us, they're not. They're there to make money for themselves. How much profit can we make? How much profit can we make? And that's simply how banks work. Okay? So through blockchain technology and mobile devices and cryptocurrency, these individuals now have a banking solution on their mobile phone. Going back to what I talked about in Somalia, it's happening already. They now have their own banking solution thanks to cryptocurrency and digital banking. Moving on to the remittances market, there may be people on this call who have used companies like Western Union and MoneyGram. Now, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars go through these companies every single year. MoneyGram, Western Union, there's different ones, but they're the main ones. Now, these companies have high fees. You're restricted to what you can send, and it's timely. It's inconvenient. Nobody wants to wait outside a Western Union bank. In Africa, for example, where it's 80, 90 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the Western Union to open so they can receive money that's been sent from their loved ones. But it's not all of the money that was received. It's a portion of that because Western Union are just a middleman. Now, with digital currency and OneCoin, the middleman will be eliminated. So all of the money that's sent is what will be received at the other end. They will reduce the fees dramatically. So of course, it's going to put hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars back to the people that deserve it. This is helping the unbanked, okay? And then finally, those that want to protect their wealth. You've heard the saying, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. So people on this call may have lots of money sitting in the bank, or they may have some money sitting in the bank thinking that that's going to give them more interest and give them more money long term. It's not. The money in your bank is losing value every single day. I really want people to understand that the money sitting in their bank is giving you less buying power every single day because they can print as much money as they want. For every note that's printed, your buying power gets less and less and less. Let's think about it. What could you have bought for £40,000 30 years ago? I'm telling you now that you could have bought a house in London. Now, what could you buy for 40,000 today? That wouldn't get you anything in London. That wouldn't get you anything in the UK hardly. Okay? So your buying power is getting less. Wages, are they going up or down? Or they're staying the same? Compared to living. Living is going through the roof. Wages aren't going up. So people have less money. Every year, people have less money. It's getting worse and worse and worse. So in order to protect your wealth, you need to look at alternative options. People buy property. Myself and Nikki, we've got a property portfolio which provides us with a residual-based income. That's an asset for us because there's not many properties out there. They're limited. There's only so much properties that can be built. So for us, that was an asset. Okay, but everyone can do that. So people look at different options. People look at buying assets like oil or gas, or buying shares in companies, things like that. There's many, many options. But right now, digital currency is the place where people are really understanding the market. And they're understanding that, okay, my money is losing value here. Why don't I transfer some of my money and give me an opportunity to become part of the digital currency revolution? Because it's happening. And if I'm there at the beginning, before it all happens, then that's a great asset for me and my family. So everybody on this call needs to make a decision tonight. Where is your money? What are your assets? Where is your wealth stored? What is your wealth going to be like in 20 years' time if it stays exactly the same? Do you need to think differently and look at what's out there? All we're here doing tonight is to give you an option that was given to me 2 years ago, and I jumped on it straight away because I understood timing. So let me talk about how you can become a miner. Now, Dr. Ruja has come up with an incredible education platform called One Academy. It's simply an online e-commerce learning platform which is in multiple languages, which goes through over 1,800 minutes of video lectures from financial experts in their respective field that gives you a lot of education on financial topics such as trading, stock exchange, cryptocurrency, financial analysis, the beginning of money, like I talked about. It just gives you great financial education that I believe we should have got at school as standard. But no one talked to me about managing my taxes, how the stock exchange work, how the banks work. No one taught me about that. People taught me to go to school, get a job and put the money in your bank, and that's it. Do that for the rest of your life. Imagine if we had this education. Imagine if you had education with Bitcoin in 2009. Do you think you would have made an informed decision to get some Bitcoin? I know I would have done. And I'm sure everyone's nodding their heads right now. Yes, I can see you. Because there was a lack of education. So now you do have the education at your fingertips. It's just your decision to click and make that choice. Now it's through these education platforms that you get free promotional tokens, which you can put into mining the digital currency called One. So through your education, you can become a miner of the world's most usable cryptocurrency in today's marketplace. And that's how you get your coins. So here are the education packages. There's always an activation fee of 30 euros associated with the pack. But just to go through the packs quickly, there's a starter pack right here, which is 110 euros. That gives you levels 1 introduction to finance of the education platform. Then you can see the trader package is 550 euros. That gives you levels 1 to 2. And then it goes up. Pro Trader, Tycoon, the premium initial launch pack. There are many packs to choose from. There's a pack here to choose for everyone. Everybody can become a miner. It's just a case of what do you want to learn? How much do you want to learn? Okay. And then also how many coins do you want? Because this will explain on the next slide how it works. So with each education pack, you get promotional tokens. So if you look at the starter pack here, you can see that gives you 800 free promotional tokens. Now, when you buy your educational package, you need to choose to accept these promotional tokens to be able to mine with your education package. So with your starter, you get 800 tokens and 1 split. A split simply means that your tokens will double. It's as simple as that. I don't need to make it more complicated than it is. Your tokens double. The trader gives you 4,000 tokens and up to 1 split. The Pro Trader gives you 8,000 tokens, 1 split. The Tycoon, which is one of the most popular packages, is 48,000 tokens and gives you up to 3 splits. Now, and then you can see the premium, the initial launch pack. So the higher pack you get, the more tokens you get and the more splits you're entitled to. All you need to know is the more tokens you have, the more splits you have, that will go on to produce more One coins for you, okay? Because you put them into mining. So how does it work? So let me give you an example. So you get a starter and a trader pack, okay? So in the UK, you have to get a starter pack and then choose a pack on top. But I recommend everybody gets a starter and then chooses their pack on top, simply because it gives you better options. So with the starter and trader, that gives you levels 1 Academy 1 to 2, 4,800 promotional tokens and 1 split. And the cost of that is 690 euros. So after your split, you now have 9,600 tokens because your 4,800 has doubled. Okay, you're with me so far? Now what you do with your tokens is then you put them into mining. Okay, so you go into your back office, you put your tokens, click submit, and they go into mining. And then your coins will be returned. But they go into mining at the current mining difficulty. Right now, that's 208. That simply means that for every 208 tokens that you have, that will go on to produce one coin. Now, the later this goes on, the higher the mining difficulty will be. If you saw this 2 years ago, the mining difficulty would have been 20, 30, 40. So it's getting higher and higher. So the later people see this, the less coins they will get. So how does mining work? What's the mining difficulty? Let me give you a very quick example. Let's say you were to discover a gold mine. You were the first people to discover a gold mine, and you could see all of this gold. Of course, you were excited, so you would get your pickaxe and you would start digging for gold. It would be very easy for you to extract the gold, yes or yes, because you were the only person there. Now, what you would do is you would go and tell your friends and your family, come to this mine and help me get some of this gold. I want to share it with you. So they will come with their pickaxes and they will start mining. And it won't take long, trust me, before everyone in your town is trying to squeeze into this mine and start digging for gold. But there's a problem. The gold is getting less and less and less. There's only so much there. The more people that come into the mine, the more difficult it becomes to extract the gold. And that's the same with cryptocurrency. The more people that put tokens into mining, the more difficult it is for the company to solve the complicated maths puzzles to create that unique code that we talked about earlier, okay? So the more tokens you have, the more coins you can get. So in this example, you will be left with 46 coins. This is if you've had this pack and you've gone through your splits, okay? So the value of each coin today is 20.75. So from your education, your asset in cryptocurrency is now 954 euros. That's incredible. So of course, that example is based on the package having had all of its splits and mined at a difficulty of 208 and the value being 20.75. This is one of the professional packages, I'd like to call it, one that many people start with because it gives them much more options. So this is the starter and tycoon. This gives you levels 1 to 5, and when you buy it with the start, it gives you 3 splits. So after 3 splits, of course, you now have more tokens, 390,400 tokens. You put them into the mining difficulty, today 208, and that will leave you, if everything's gone through at this rate, 1,876 coins. So you can see there's a big difference. So at the value of today, that would be 38,927 euros. And then think about how much your education cost. Can you see why this is one of the fastest growing companies in the world and timing is everything? This is at today's value. This wasn't 20.75 6 months ago. So their asset is growing and growing and growing based on supply and demand. It's as simple as that. They can use their coins right now. This person that's got this pack, that's got 38,927 euros worth of buying power, they can use their coins right now. So of course, with any business, there's different steps to success. The first stage is building the community. A few individuals got together with Dr. Ruja and really had a big vision. Now, of course, everyone would have loved to have been there at the beginning, but there was just a vision. When I started, I heard Dr. Ruja say on stage that one day we would have a merchant platform where we could spend our coins. And I was so excited. I already had my pack, but then having the opportunity of being able to spend them one day, that just blew my mind. And then guess what? Last year, the merchant platform was introduced, and that just changed everything. For all the people that said we could never use our coins, it's a funny coin, it doesn't work. There we go, the proof is there. And then of course, as you know, in not many weeks, a few months, this coin is going public. And the people that had the vision prior to this happening are the ones that are going to create wealth for their families. Just like the people that had the vision when Bitcoin first came out. So I'm going to quickly talk now about the Deal Shaker platform. This is incredible. There are over 60,000 merchants with thousands and thousands of merchants waiting to be accepted. It's so big. People are uploading deals on this platform every single day. It's incredible. Over 7 million, I think it's over 10 million ones have been used now. So you can see how much purchase power has gone through this network already. This is just an example of some of the products or services that can be sold on there. You can have your car MOT'd. You can buy new cars. Just in Zagreb in Croatia a few weeks ago, there was a big deal shaker expo with thousands of people from all over the world, merchants from all over the world, and people were choosing cars, custom choosing their cars and paying with their OneCoins. Isn't that incredible? You can eat in restaurants, you can go on holidays, you can sleep in the best hotels in the world. You can eat at great restaurants. There's a picture of me using my deal shaker coupons in Glasgow. This is incredible, guys. There's so many deals out there. You've got to check this out. So to wrap up my side, let's think about what we talked about. We talked about education. I've given you the story about Bitcoin, and that's probably what's going on in your head right now. Okay, well, Bitcoin is the one that everyone's talking about. Let's compare them side by side. You can read this, but I'm going to go through it one by one. Bitcoin started in 2009. OneCoin started in 2014. So the technology, the advancement in technology from 2009 to 2014 is incredible. You do not use a mobile phone that's from 2009. Now, 400,000 owners in the world have one Bitcoin, okay? At least one Bitcoin. Now, with OneCoin, there's 3.3 million members already. So the network's almost 10 times as big, and it's not even on the public exchange yet. Bitcoin's very difficult to mine. You have to solve complicated algorithms and solve these computer puzzles by having computers rigged up running 24 hours a day. Costs a lot of money. You have to have technical knowledge. With OneCoin, it's all done in-house. It's user-friendly. Click of a button. Okay? You don't need any experience to mine OneCoin. You just purchase education. Isn't that fantastic? Now with Bitcoin, it's anonymous, so nobody knows who anybody is. If you lost your Bitcoins, there's nothing you can do about it. Millions of Bitcoins have been stolen, have been hacked into, and you can't get them back because it's not traced to you. That's why OneCoin had KYC implemented into its blockchain, so everything's secure, so everything is relayed back to you. Everyone knows who everybody is. So safety is paramount in digital currency. The blockchain capacity for Bitcoin is 21 million. That's not enough, in my opinion, to go global. That's not enough to cover the UK. OneCoin has got 120 billion coins available in the blockchain. That's more than enough to go global. That's why it's already in over 190 countries already. Bitcoin mines 16 million coins in 8 years, whereas OneCoin mines 72 million per day. Bitcoin's mainly in Western countries, whereas OneCoin is global. Okay? The Bitcoin value is very volatile. It could be 10,000 one day, 7,000 the next, 13,000 the next. That's why people are really struggling to have that belief in Bitcoin, because they may put all of their money to buying one Bitcoin from someone on an open exchange, and then 3 minutes later, the value could drop. So it's very volatile. Whereas OneCoin has had that stable, solid growth. And it will continue to do that until we go onto the public exchange. And then that's when incredible things could happen. Bitcoin, 22% of coins have been lost or stolen, whereas the coins are secured on central servers with OneCoin. And then this is the biggie. Bitcoin, the transaction time takes 10 minutes. Do you think your local coffee shop will wait for 10 minutes for someone to get out their Bitcoin and make a digital transaction when there's a queue of people waiting to pay for coffee? I don't think so. There's no way. That's why you don't see merchants accepting Bitcoin, apart from just a few around the world. Whereas with OneCoin, the transaction time is less than a minute. That's why tens and tens and tens of thousands of merchants around the world are accepting this. I've used my OneCoins. There's people on this call I know have used their OneCoins. So it's a case of, ladies and gentlemen, how many coins do you want? How many coins do you want your daughter to have, your son to have, your grandchildren to have? I've got coins. My partner Nikki's got coins. Our 5-year-old son has coins. It's not about us, it's about him, because it's our son that won't be driving cars, because they'll be driving himself. There'll be robot cars when he can drive. So it's the next generation that's going to be dealing with this more than ourselves. So we're the people that are preparing our family for what's about to come. Giving you a lot of